Patrick, thanks for coming out to the clinic. I hope you got a lot out of it. Uh, First thing I want to notice is notice the where your elbows are pointing. They're actually somewhat pointing downward, and you really want your elbows, when you're extending out front, you want your elbows pointing up so that you can actually start the catch by bending the elbow up. If your elbows are pointing down to the bottom, you start pulling. It takes you halfway through the pull to get your catch. And that's a little bit what I'm seeing there. See that low elbow there, right there? So try to rotate the elbow up. Get the thumb down a little bit when you extend out. Put the hand and the thumb at a 45-degree angle, elbows up. All right? Another thing you have to be real careful of, when you're breathing, you're starting your pull way too soon. And you'll see right there, and you see that low shoulder when you start your pull. And that's a real killer because there's no strength there at all. You can't really pull on your side with a low shoulder because you don't have any power there. So it's real important that when you're breathing that you maintain that opposite arm out, the opposite arm side from the breath, until you take your breath and you start to come back in. You bring your head back in and then pull. That way you'll start to get a better catch because you're not really catching the water real well. That's, I think, most of the problem that you have. All right, you got a lot of power. You just have to get a good catch and then make sure that your shoulders are rising as you start pulling. Instead of keeping them down and pulling, you want the shoulders to rise as you start to pull. So remember, the first half of the rotation back is back to your stomach. That's where the arm is recovering. The second half of the rotation is when you're pulling. That's when the shoulder is coming back up. All right, above water looks good. Looking for high elbows and a relaxed stroke. When you breathe in, elbows are coming a little bit behind you, particularly on that left arm right there. So make sure you're not sweeping the hand up the hip when you're finishing. Just make sure you press through and out. Yeah, you're finishing. See the hand sort of sweeping up the hip right there. So as you pull, as you're pulling back and finish your stroke, you're able to sweep out to the side instead of follow the hip around. It's real common. So make sure you're working on that. But and make sure you try to lengthen and extend and glide. That's always good advice. So best of luck, and hope it worked out coming out. Thanks. Bye.